All right, this is a quick video on flashing the BMW N20 DME PCM, cloning it rather with the Autel IM608, right? Using the XP400 Pro programmer. You're going to use the AP107 cable, which gives you your powers and grounds and can low and high in your boot P, which you need to connect. On this DME, by the way, you can either open up a hole or like I did a little window there, and that little port right there, it's a little bit different color than the other three right there. That's the one you're gonna wanna solder to, or as I did, just hold the wire just right onto it like that. You want to be firm. You move a little bit too much, you're going to lose connection. Um, this was the original one. I did it had a problem with the wastegate. Was not the actuator. It was not able to control it properly. It didn't work. So replacing it with another PCM that does work. I opened the same thing here, and I'm going to show you the process on the IM608. All right, you want to go to programmer, accept. It's going to check for updates and see if your programmer is up to date. You want to go to chip, read and write, engine, because this is the PCM, BMW. And we're going to go to the F series, because this is a 3 series, 2012. And the computer is going to be, the original was a 2. There it is. The original was 2.4, and you can get that number. You can just search up this little 0261 blah blah blah. Search that up and it'll match up and tell you which one it is, which they all use the same EEPROM chip, so it really doesn't matter. As you can see, they use the TC1797, and the replacement, which is this one, is 2.9, which uses the same EEPROM chip, 17.97. So I went to read 2.4, flash. You can go to set schematic so you can see the setup, how you need to do the pinout on this. So this is what I have, right? That's this port here. Here, you got 3 powers. 1, 2, 3, 12 volts, can low and high, and your ground. And the boot P, of course, is the last one, which I showed you earlier. You either solder to it or you can hold a wire on it like I did. And I just connected that little wire to the boot P wire there, as you can see. When you hold it though, it can be pretty easy to lose connection because your finger is going to be unstable. All right, I always go to set and put on my verify validation. You don't want to mess with the voltage. It's already set for the chip. So read validation on, write validation on. That just makes sure you get a good read on both and write. Now you want to go to read. Once you click this, at this point, you're going to want to have your boot piece soldered or hold it on there. And it's going to do your verification. And once it does the verification, you will then be able to save the file. And then once you get your replacement unit, you do the same process. You can also back up what was on the replacement unit, which I did. I did a read first, saved it. You just never know if you need it. And then you would go to write. Now you're going to pick the original flash that I saved, which was this one that has the ISN for this car, right? and it's asking me, is that the one I want to flash? I will put okay, but since I've already done it on this unit, I'm gonna skip this. I've actually got another backup unit. I'm gonna put it on just for testing. Okay, I'm hooked up now on the test unit that I'm going to flash with the current flash for this car. So now I'm going to go to right, like I just showed you. I'm going to pick my image, original for the car that I backed up. And it's doing the right. If I got everything hooked up right, it's actually doing an erase and then it's going to write. It doesn't tell you that, but that's what's happening. If it errors out, it's probably because I got something loose here or not all the way seated. Let's see. As you can see, the programmer's going, flashing, trying to read and do it, and we have progress. So I've got everything hooked up properly, it appears. It's going to do the 100% right, and then it's going to do a verify to make sure it was written properly to the chip, to the EEPROM memory chip. By the way, I don't recommend opening the unit. Very easy to damage it. I recommend doing this method, or even if you just drill a hole where you can just reach to and get access to that pad. It's doing the verify right now, making sure everything is written properly to that chip, which I'm pretty sure it is. That's it. It's done. So that's flashing your cloning a PCM DME for a F30 or N20 engine DME on a BMW. So any questions, leave it in the description. I'm sorry, the comment box below.